I believe that it gets better. I was sitting in a booth in Rollins Dining Hall, eating some breakfast before the Mizzou-Oklahoma State football game that afternoon. I remember exactly where I was sitting, the exact black and gold sweatshirt I was wearing. I remember going to the bathroom and the exact text that was on my phone when I came out. It was from my dad, accompanying a missed call. Call me ASAP. I didn't end up going to that football game. My little brother, Tommy, had passed away from a seizure that morning. He was 14 years old, 14 years young, really, getting ready for a soccer game. He had dealt with autism his entire life, but he did not deserve this. At that moment, I did not believe anything gets better. I'm sure many people can relate. Unexpected deaths happen, and understanding them is difficult. It's easy for anyone to lose faith in that kind of situation. It's easy to blame the world and then turn around and blame yourself. It's easy to just give up. And at times, I did. There were days, weeks, that felt like this for me. My family took needed time to mourn. We gathered together, we comforted each other, and we shared memories. But then we went back to our lives. My siblings and I went back to school to finish the semester. My parents went back to work. I maintained my grades and joined clubs and went out with my friends. That might sound cold, but we all still remember Tommy. Sometimes that means having the occasional night of crying and feeling sorry for yourself and indulging in an entire pint of Ben & Jerry's in one sitting. And that's perfectly okay, sometimes. But that doesn't need to become who I am, or who anyone is in these kinds of situations. It doesn't need to consume our lives. I found that doing the things I love helps me see all the good things Tommy left behind. His smile, his innocence, his love of silly things like Shrek and popcorn and playing Green Day's When I Come Around like 400 times in a row without getting sick of it. Things can look bleak. Things can look unfair. You might look up to this guy and ask whatever higher power you may believe in how they could let this happen. But life can and should and kind of has to go on. It has for me. It gets better. This I believe.